Hi, and welcome to the Break the Cycle podcast. This is for the women who are fed up of losing and gaining the same weight over and over again. I'm Alice, your host and your weight loss and mindset coach. I help you build effortless consistency with your mind and body so you never have to start over again. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I hope you're having an amazing week. In this episode, I'm going to be helping you to teach you how to lose weight without putting your life on hold. The reason most women can't lose weight and keep it off is because the plan that they've been following so far only works when their life is perfect, and I'm sure you resonate with this. You have only learned how to lose weight in a way that doesn't actually fit your life. It works when life is quiet, motivation is high, and you can be really on it with your routine and your organisation and everything's falling into place. But we know that life really doesn't last like that very long. What do you do when you have a really busy work week, when you go on holiday, when you're going away for the weekend for your friend's birthday or hen do? It's so important to learn how to integrate fitness and health and into your real life rather than the other way around, you having to fit in with a fitness plan and a fitness routine, because you're only going to be able to go so far with that until you get burnt out, exhausted, and go the other way with it. You are probably familiar with this loop, the loop of when motivation's really high, you want to make a change, you want to lose weight, so you become hyper-focused. You cut things out of your diet, you add on a load of activity to your week, gym 5 times a week, 10, 12, 15,000 steps even, eating salads every day for lunch, eating chicken and veg for dinner every night, and you're able to do this for 3, 4, 5 days, maybe a week or 2 max. Quickly you become burnt out with this and you realise that this is so unenjoyable and it's not sustainable, and what's the point? Because if this is what it takes to lose weight, you don't want to do it. Tell me that you've been there before, because I know I have and I know you have as well. The thing that's wrong with this approach, or the thing that is not beneficial with this approach, is that it can really damage your relationship with health and fitness and with food. You start feeling guilty for having one off-plan meal. You start feeling guilty if you miss one session. It creates this image that you have to be perfect to see results. And ultimately, no one's perfect and no one has to be perfect to see results. But in your mind, if you're going for that unsustainable approach, it's only a matter of time before you ultimately can't keep up with it, and then you feel like a failure. And this just cycle perpetuates the trying to be perfect, trying to be on it with everything, versus the absolute fuck it mode of I can't do this, and completely burning out with it. Technically, you can lose weight like this, right? If you do slash your calories really low, if you do up your exercise, if you say no to all your plans. But where is the fun in that? I would much rather be able to enjoy meals out, be able to go for weekends away, holidays, be able to train consistently but not beat myself up if I miss the odd session, and make progress that way, than doing it in a way where, yes, you may lose weight faster, but for what? To gain the weight all back, to have an unsustainable relationship with food, to have a negative relationship with yourself. The thing is, sustainable weight loss should support your life and should fit in with your life, not the other way around. Anything that is too far removed from your life right now, what you like to eat, the activity levels that you can realistically reach week to week basis, the habits that you're able to implement consistently, anything that's too far removed from what you can actually do is not going to last long term, and therefore it's just going to keep you in this up and down, yo-yo, all or nothing cycle. Now, this is what's actually going to help you lose weight while still having a life. Number 1 is to train smartly. Don't train 6 days a week and go all out at a high intensity gym class for an hour. It's not sustainable. Instead, focus on 3 to 5 sessions, predominantly strength sessions, but add in cardio if you enjoy it. Strength sessions, we want to make them the focus, because the more muscle you have, the more you're going to get that toned look. The more muscle you have, the faster your metabolism, so your body is burning more calories at rest. So strength training is the priority, then adding in cardio after that. The key is your plan should still work on a busy week. If when you go away for work or you have a few days away, it ruins your whole training plan, then it's not a training plan that you can keep up with. It needs to be smart, flexible, and adaptable for you. Next, we need to become aware of our nutrition, not restrictive with our approach, but actually become aware of what we are consuming and how we can start to make small changes with this. Start understanding calories and macros without either being obsessive with it, restricted with it, but actually tracking in a way where you are gaining the awareness and knowledge of your everyday eating patterns and how we can slowly start to change these for sustainable long-term change and long-term results. Being able to learn how to eat out without spiraling. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love eating out. I don't go a week without going out to eat at a restaurant or just having something at home that's a little bit different. This is a part of your life, and therefore it needs to be a part of your weight loss journey. If you can't go for a meal out without feeling complete guilt afterwards or spiral into a whole weekend of eating whatever you want, it's not the right setup for you. It's too fragile. And so what we need to do is build that awareness with how we can eat out sensibly and sustainably whilst still making progress on our weight loss. And this needs to be a part of your life. You're wanting to eat out, you're wanting to go for meals, you're wanting to go for holidays and everything. We should be able to do this and be able to make progress. And so it's learning how to do that for your life. And the other way that you're going to be able to make weight loss progress while still having a life is to also focus on your recovery and actually regulating yourself on a day-to-day basis. A lot of women, probably yourself included, have high-stress jobs, busy lives, businesses and kids. You're in a constant state of stress all day. You're in that fight or flight. So your sleep's not going to be very good and your recovery isn't going to be very good and your stress levels are going to be high. This is where the all or nothing mindset, self-sabotage, and just this complete approach of restricting and then binging absolutely thrives, because it is thriving off emotion. And so we need to address your stress levels, your sleep, your water intake, and your nervous system regulation so that you're able to stick to a plan that's for you consistently without burning out with it and without turning to food when you are feeling stressed or when your emotions are playing havoc with you. You can't build a calm relationship with yourself, with food, and with fitness from a state of constant stress. And so when you're next going on holiday, think about one or two things that you can do consistently whilst you're there. It's not about training every day on holiday. I say to my clients, if you have a gym and if you want to go for a run, amazing, but I don't need you to. The one thing to focus on when you go away is walking. Walking is such an underrated tool for fat loss, and we can do it anywhere. So pack your trainers, get out on a walk every day, aim for 10k, but don't beat yourself up if it doesn't happen. This is one action step you can take to maintain some momentum whilst you're away. Same on the weekend. Have a look at your weekend in advance. Choose one meal and one event that you can have as an off-plan meal. You can have what you want, you can have a couple of drinks, and you can have whatever it is off the menu. And if you have another event that week, if you have another social plan, that's the one we need to be a bit more careful about. That's the one we need to think ahead with, to actually think, right, how am I going to fit this in my calories to the best of my ability? Approaching it like this means you get that bit of flexibility with your off-plan meal, and then you can also navigate another social event that week, because let's be honest, sometimes there's 2 or 3 in the week. Choose one as your off-plan meal, have the other 1 or 2 be a little bit more within your calories, within your macros, maybe say no to the alcohol, eat before you go, that kind of thing. And on those really busy weeks, on those low motivation days or weeks, on those days where you're due on your period, it is about keeping up some momentum rather than being perfect. So I would rather you go to the gym and do a 45-minute session on lower weights than just write off the whole week. The first one is keeping some momentum going. You're ticking the box and you're keeping the promise to yourself without expecting 100% perfection, consistency. Same with your food. You might be starving that week because you're really busy and you're hormonal. Having something that's a little bit off plan, giving yourself a little sweet treat, is a lot better than trying to resist, and then binging on anything that you can find in the evening because you've been too harsh and too strict with yourself. This is a more sustainable approach. It's actually realistic for your life, and you don't feel like you're failing. You feel like you've got a rhythm and you're still keeping some momentum going, because I don't expect you to be perfect. Everyone is human. Everyone has things going on in their weeks and in their days. It's about how we can manage this and how we can fit nutrition and your fitness routine into your life. The women who keep weight off long term are not trying to be good and trying to be perfect. They are trying to do their best with what they have got, keep some momentum going, and stay consistent with what they can manage each week. And building habits and beliefs that support this means that it is effortless and it is a lot easier to do this long term. You're probably exhausted with your weight loss because you feel like trying harder is the answer. More discipline, more motivation, more willpower. But honestly, the long-term transformation happens when you stop trying to build your whole life around your weight loss and around your fat loss and have it be the other way around. That's when it actually becomes sustainable, and that's when you can stop starting over every single Monday. If you found this episode useful, then share it with a friend who is also in that all or nothing cycle with their weight loss and their fitness journey. And if you're ready to build results that actually last and fit in with your life, that is exactly what I do inside of my signature program. Just drop me a DM to find out more about how you can get involved and get your forever result. See you in the next episode.